Hello everybody and welcome to Sully's Card Shop, and today we are opening up a Walgreens Fairfield box. I've seen a number of videos of these lately. It's interesting that there for a time I couldn't find these at Walgreens, and now all of a sudden they're back, and so I was able to pick up one of these the other day. It has a Ryan Braun All-Star rookie card on the front. It contains 100 baseball cards plus a pack right there. I'm guessing that's one of those triple play crappy cards, but you never know. It could be something really good in there. So let's find out what we get in here. What are the big things we can find in here? I have no idea. This is a crapshoot. You have no idea what you are going to get out of this box, or if you can even open the box, because they use apparently concrete to seal it. So let's see if I can bust through the concrete and find out what is in this box right here. So no new cards yet. Everything starts rolling out. The new 2020 start rolling out on January 29th. I believe it is an archive, Topps Archive signature series. The active player edition comes out on the 29th. I probably will not be buying those, since those are high-end type stuff, and I don't usually buy the high-end stuff because I'm cheap and poor. And then you have Hercules right there. Golly, really? Tape everywhere. The cards might be taped together. And then we have the coming up. The February 5th is when Topps Series 1 comes out. So that's the day I'm looking for, that I've got on my calendar. I'm excited about that, to see what the new cards, I mean, I know what they look like. You can go to Topps.com and see what they are. And of course, the glue had to get stuck to everything. There's a few cards left in there. I'll get them out in just a second. But there is our wonderful Ryan Braun. At one time, this card would have been worth probably a little more than what it is now, since Braun got some little PED trouble. Let's see what we got. Oh, no, we have a 1992 Donruss. So we'll see what that looks like here in just a second. Let's go through these cards first, and then we'll go open up the pack and see what we can get here. So I will start out. This is a little hit right here, All-Star rookie. I like that. Ted Lilly had a nice long career. Will Venable is a coach now. I think he's with the Cubs, at least, or he was. There's Dion Viciedo, Julio Teheran, still pitching in the big leagues. It's Teheran. There's Jeff Weatherby. Matt Noakes was a big hype and then didn't really turn out too much. David Cohn had a nice career. Jose Valentin, Bill Wegman had a good career in Milwaukee. Brian Holton. Here is Kevin Stocker. Todd Worrell, not a good career as a closer. There's Mark Williamson. Brian Downing had a nice long career with the Angels, and also spent time with the Rangers. Dennis Rasmussen, former Padre. Mike Heath. Boy, I love it when these cards are all stacked together the right way. Mark Davis. Boy, this is a regular card. Mark Davis won the Cy Young with the Padres, and then he went off and signed a big fat contract with the Royals, and absolutely was terrible. And so that was not a controversial, but sort of a funny thing. He got hit the big time in San Diego, got a big head, went outside of sign with Kansas City, and was terrible. Ruben Sierra had some injury problems and so forth. Sierra had a nice career, just bounced around a lot. Here's Steve Avery. So far, none of these cards would go into my PC of Hall of Famers, because none of these are Hall of Famers. There's Mark Johnson. Although Cohen every now and then is mentioned as a possible Hall of Famer, but nothing yet. There's Mike James. There's another David Cohn right there. Speaking of David Cohn. Here is an Alan Bennis, brother of Andy. This is a Yamil Benitez. Gary Pettis, fantastic third base coach. There's Fred McGriff, talked about possibly one day getting in the Hall of Fame as well. Jared Weaver had a nice career. Danny Heap. And there is Jeff Peterek, or Peterek. Ron Hassey, former A's and Indians catcher. There's Kevin Seitzer, had a good career as well. Maudo Gazzo, Goose Gazzo was his nickname, Goose. Jose Vizcaíno played forever. There's a card that would go on my PC, Ricky Henderson. And there is Steve Wilson. Some rookies, Brad Pounders and Gerald Clark, played in the big leagues for a few years. Rick Cerrone had a good long career. Dick Schofield, former infielder. Golly, these cards are all weirded out. Tony Fossis, Ken Williams, general manager of the White Sox for a time. Not sure if he still is. Billy Wagner. This guy may be getting to the Hall of Fame soon. His stock is going up a little bit towards that. I'm going to put that aside. There's Tim Naring. I think he's an executive somewhere, one of the teams. Mike Morgan had a long career, played for a whole bunch of different teams. Dave Martinez, the manager of the Nationals. Andy Allenson. Tracy Jones. Tim Lawler, former Padre. Danny Jackson. And Neil Heaton. A couple of left-handed pitchers right there. And let's go to this last stack right here, and then we'll go open our pack. Mike Jackson. I think I almost got hit by him in a car when I was here locally. He used to live here in the Houston area. I don't know if he still does. Very good relief pitcher. Very intimidating relief pitcher. Charlie Hudson. There's Frank Williams, the late Frank Williams. Willie Wilson had a really nice career. Big stolen base guy. Gary Ward, Claudell Washington. And Joe Carter. Terry Pendleton, former MVP of the National League. And a big part of the Braves' resurgence in the 90s. There's Dante Bichette, father of Bo Bichette. There's Tim Belcher. Benito Santiago, one of my favorites right there. Gary Gaetti had a good long career in Minnesota and Anaheim. Larry Herndon. There's Roger Clemens. Will be in the Hall of Fame probably in a couple of years. I like that card. I like the card. I'm not a big fan of him, but I like that card. Jerry Hairston. I remember it from my days. 87 Fleer was one of my favorite sets. This is the year I started collecting cards. With the Wild Thing, Mitch Williams. There's Dennis Powell. Juan Augusto had about one good year in Houston as a relief pitcher. Mike Witt, Jerry Hairston again. There's Greg Catteray. Danny Tartabull. Sean Dunston. Had a rifle for an arm at shortstop, did Sean Dunston. There's Luis Aguayo. Terry Poole, good right fielder for the Houston Astros, or outfielder for the Astros. Kent Herbeck had some nice years in Minnesota. There's Kevin Gross, the pitcher. Ricky Weeks and Prince Fielder. Brew Crew. Fred McGriff with the Tampa Bay Rays. Here's a Hall of Famer, Tim Raines. I don't think I have that one. Ken Griffey Sr. Alan Trammell, Hall of Famer. Dale Murphy, maybe one day in the Hall of Fame. Doc Gooden, All-Star card. I'm actually putting together a PC of him. Kirk Gibson had a nice career, except so many injuries. Dwight Evans is one that's been mentioned about possibly in the Hall of Fame here eventually. Jose Canseco, Juan Gonzalez, Derek Lilliquist, there's Doc Gooden again, Jeffrey Leonard, Terry Francona, and Jeff Treadway. I used to be a Jeff Treadway fan when he was in Atlanta. I don't know why, but I just thought he was a good little ball player. All right, what else do we have in this box here? We have a checklist. Yeah, everyone needs a checklist, right? No, not really. Here is Troy Glaus. Evan Meek, rookie card. Chris Young, spent some years in San Diego. Here's another rookie card. Seth Smith played in San Diego briefly. Craig Wilson, and we have an American flag. Diamondbacks versus Rockies in 2001 after September 11th. They made a series of those cards there. All right, let's see what we have from our Donruss 1992 Series 2 Donruss. I miss the old days when you had the big three cards, Fleer, Topps, and Donruss, and then Bowman and Score came in, Upper Deck came in, and card collecting changed a lot. And then it didn't. Let's see what we got here. We've got Andujar Cedeno, was killed early in his career in a car accident, if I recall. Gerald Young, Chris Bosio, former big league pitching coach, Rob Ducey. There is Dave Valley, Ricky Jordan, Jose Uribe. We have Eric the Red, Eric Davis, Frank Viola won a Cy Young in Minnesota. Kurt Manwaring, Kim Batiste rookie card, Jose Canseco, Carlton Fisk Hall of Famer. I'll put that one in there. Bo Jackson. I also have a PC of Bo Jackson and Mark Carrion. So not a ton to report. Was it worth the $5 I spent on it? No, but still, some nice little cards that will go into my PC. All these cards right here, I'll find a spot for them. Full show, some Hall of Famers in here, some future Hall of Famers, and just some guys that I like to collect. Bo Jackson, not a MLB Hall of Famer, but Santiago tampoco, or neither, but just guys I like to collect. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Do click like and subscribe, and hopefully here in a couple of weeks we'll have us a video of some of the new cards coming out for 2020. Hope you guys enjoyed your stop, and we'll see you next time in Sully's Card Shop.